Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm not welcome back. Let's get right into this video. If you are like me right now, you're probably thinking, what in the world is going on? Dish Nation is like the show. It's like the show of shows, but you'll only understand, and if you know, you know. So let's get right into it. I cannot believe when I heard the news. So, then quick story on how I even heard or how I pieced together what was even going on. So, I have to watch it on record because of the time of day it comes on, the time of day that it airs. In South Florida, currently, it was airing at 3:30 in the morning, not 3:30 afternoon. No, 3:30 in the morning. So every Sunday, I have it set to where I know at that time it's going to record. So fast forward. So now, this week is coming up, and I'm like, okay, let me start going, on the DVR to make sure that it's set that it's going to record Dish Nation because that is my show. And I'm checking to ensure that I have the correct channel. And I'm like, okay, like I know this is the channel, and this is the time at 3:30. Where is Dish Nation? So now I'm like, okay, like this is crazy because I don't understand like what's going on here. Like I know that they were changing the times around, but it wasn't clicking. Nothing was clicking as to why I could not find Dish Nation so I could record it so I can watch it later. So I'm like, okay, I feel, beside myself because I still want to know what's going on here. And so I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Maybe the channel was switched a bit. So let me go back and see maybe if I can find it. I'm scrolling up, I'm scrolling down, looking all over because I need to know where Dish Nation is because I need to record my show. And so I'm looking, I'm flipping, I'm probably on maybe channel 200, looking to see where in the world did Dish Nation go. I'm sorry, I'm all over my words, but I mean, it's just a loss for words. But okay, like what's going on here? So I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe something's going on here. Maybe somebody bought the network, or maybe it's just on another one that I probably don't have access to. I don't know, but something is going on here. So to go back one more time before I go forward, there was some type of scene. I forgot which particular episode, and Tanner flexed his muscles, and I was like, oh my gosh, because in my head Tanner is my husband. So I'm like, okay, let me go on social media, and I'm gonna follow Tanner on Instagram because first Head Crack was my husband, and when Tanner moved from California, I believe that's where he was. When he was with Chewy back when they were at the other back when they had the two states, like if I'm making any sense. And so when Tanner moved to Atlanta, somehow he just became my husband. But anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, so I'm following Tanner, and I follow Tanner, and I see him posting, oh yeah, last episode last season. I'm like, oh my god, you have got to be kidding me. That explains why I couldn't find my show because I'm like, okay, I'm wondering what's going on. Why can't I find my show? Anyway, so that's that. And when he explained, what happened or what's going on, I'm like, okay, I get it, fine. But so it is what it is. It sucks. It's really sad to see it go. It was just something to help you just like kind of like reflect and listen. For example, you went through something that was stressful or what have you. It was just something to help you help decompress. Just nonsense, just talking a whole bunch of nonsense, but stuff that made sense, that kind of thing. So you just liked it. It was just it was just cool foolishness. I don't know. It's just a good show. I don't know how else to explain. It's just a good show. Anyway, so let me get into a lot of stuff that I see online that I just want to express my opinion on it, and I feel like it is true. And only because of the fact that it's funny how I have another video way back when, but let me get into this. So now we're done talking about Dish Nation, the way that I feel about that, but I just wanted to talk to say a quick tidbit, but it still is in the same Dish Nation realm. Here we go. Where am I? 4 minutes. Let's go. So, is it just me? But it's not because I see it on social media as well. That most times when you see our girl Tamar Braxton on a show and something happens and she gets off the show ends. Like I'm telling you, for those of you who have watched The Real Daytime, she was on the show, And like I said, to this day, we still don't know what happened how she got kicked out, but still, we're not here for that. What I'm saying in terms of, in this case, and that's the thing, that's another thing. I'm keeping up, watching the recordings, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, where's Jesse Wu and where's Tamar Braxton? Like where are they? Like, I don't see them anymore. But I still saw that picture. Like when you record, you can still see like all of the whole cast crew picture. Of course, it's like Photoshop, but like it's all the pictures I put together. But I still saw Tamar Braxton and I still saw Jesse Wu on the like on their like their thumbnail. I don't know what do you call it. Like when you record a show, but it shows you like the show's theme picture, that whatever that is. Anyway, because I don't want to waste too much time. But you know what? When people said it, it made sense. Like, you know what? That is very true. Every time something happens and she gets off of a show, the show ends. It doesn't matter what it is, unless it's maybe something that's like competitive, like Dancing with the Stars, or like one of those kind of shows, or like well, the show when they sing and they're in the costume, the Masked Singer, that so something like, I know it was her sister, but I'm saying even if it was her, that's different because that's competitive. That means something where it's like some type of sitcom or reality or something like it was the Real Daytime or something that it was Dish Nation. And you know what is very true, and I agree with the people who are online saying the same thing. The answer that they give you also why the show's ending is like, is that the answer that you came up with? Like, is that your best answer? You understand? It's because it's to even to this day, when they say what's really happening as to the reason why it's ending, is like, what does that mean? Like, I don't get it. What does that mean? Was it because it was just low watch time or the ratings, or like what was it specifically that you guys say, yeah, we're going to end, like what was it? That's just our thing. And I feel like us as the fans, we have a right to express the way that we feel. But anyway, to get right back into it real fast, because I get off topic. Um, I can see where they're coming from because I was a really big fan when the Real Daytime was out, and I still feel like why was Timar, like why was she let go? That really, I have a bone to pick with that because we still want to know what happened because she was really good at what she did. Okay, she got sick, but okay, she better, and she came back 2 times harder. But it is what it is. Hey, happened. But I feel like still a lot of times too, when that door is closed and that chapter is closed, something better, is coming along. Something bigger and better is coming along. So so it is what it is with that. But still, I know it's just something that it was just between God and her. So that's that. So let me say this one with these two last points. I want to say, this is the story that I was gonna say. When I wanted to know what was going on with Tamar Braxton and with Jesse Wu, I was just stuck because nobody ever really said what happened. Went on social media and I got the scoop on what happened, and and of course, well, not of course, but I just got more what I got from outside sources, and I also got from Wu herself that explained, okay, what happened and whatnot. And so I don't know, what happened behind the scenes. Us as the fans, we won't know. Only the crew knows, Wu knows, and Braxton knows. They're the only people that knows exactly what happened. So I can understand why, in fairness, they let both of them go, but I still respect them as the executive producers or whatever, that they still respected them enough to still keep their pictures on their profile. I still respect that. Um, I'm not here to take sides. I Braxton, she knows that she is my girl. Well, not she knows she's my girl, but still that she's my girl. And she just kept things real. She just kept things real. She she just kept things real. But I think that only because of my background, I probably was more on Wu's side, only because just still as us being dark skinned black, as us being looked upon a certain way, because I do agree with what I've heard online. Yeah, Tamar is lighter skinned than her. Yeah, but I still feel like I don't care about tone. It's still your inner and your outer beauty. But I think that just coming from coming from an island, just coming from a Caribbean background, I can see certain things that you may face at times. I'm talking about Wu's corner, so I think that maybe that's the reason why we more tended to her side per se, if you will. But still, at the end of the day, it sucks that it happens. It is unfortunate, but I must say, and I see where they're saying, it is a joke. But yeah, if anybody has a show, you better make sure Tamar, unless Tamar say I want to leave, you better leave Tamar on that show. But I can understand why they did not leave them on the show, because then it's like, oh, how come she could stay and she got to go? How come she could stay and she has to go? You see what I'm saying? Or if they both stay, now it's gonna be tension and conflict against each other. So I could understand why, for the integrity of the show, they both had to leave. So I get it, and I could understand. I just wanted to say my little tidbit. It's already been 10 minutes of me going on and on and on and on. But I feel like us as the fans, we have a right to say, okay, hey, and it would just, I just feel like it would have been nice if they would have just ended out the year, let Gary just talk his nonsense about seeing Jesus's face, Tanner, him letting Sydney Sweeney. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like it would have been nice if they would have just, did the whole Halloween thing with their costumes, went along with the whole Thanksgiving thing and what they're thankful for. And then they could have let us know that we could have had and maybe they did. And because of the fact that I've probably seen it recording it, maybe, I don't know. But still, don't want to keep this too long. I just feel like it is really sad because, I just was so, coming from Heidi and the other guy, not Chewy, of course I love Chewy, but the other one, the one that they claim Heidi and him dated, that one, I remember, oh my god, the one that drives the McLaurin, but I can't think of his name, oh my god, but him, that guy, y'all know what I'm talking about, that guy, the one that he loves to bicker with Heidi, that one, phenomenal show, so good. I will miss it. One of the biggest fans. Granted, I did not. Sure, oh my goodness, that one there. She was for the books. I did not catch when the one that she's on some show, one of those wife shows. Not Phaedra, because Phaedra used to, but not Phaedra. The other one. The one that she married some African guy. Am I mixing up the guys? That one. Whoever that is, the pretty one. I don't know. Yeah, wasn't there for that, but everything else, so I did catch, so I will, but still, but from what I did see, it was just something that it was just like you could connect with them, just good, really good. From the guests that they've had, a phenomenal show. Anyway, I will end that here. It really does suck. I said this 20 times already, but it just is what it is. That it just feel like I don't know where did this come from, and still it's like, okay, what is the explanation as to the reason why? Hey, sucks, but at least we can still catch the, what is it, Dish After Dark? I don't know. Like, what is it? Side dish? Dish After Dark. Oh my god, I'm making it my own show. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. Sucks that it ends, but hey, we are just gonna go on to bigger and better things. I don't know what else is next. It sucks because Headcrack, he's still my boo. Tanner is still my TV husband, and it just is what it is. Until next time, bye. Since everyone else is sharing, let me just add this. I think that two things that I'm gonna miss the most is, one, Brad always trying to fight Gary, because Gary be bothering Brad like, yo, Brad, oh my goodness, like, yo, Brad, Judy, y'all need to fight Gary, because Gary, he stay trying, y'all. But it is what it is, though. They know that Gary comes from a place of love, and Gary is just being Gary. And when you understand that Gary's Gary, then Gary's Gary. That's the first thing. But a lot of times though, Brat she be like she would do sad, but she keep herself together. But I be like, yo, Gary, stop bothering Brat. Like, yo, don't bother her. Then I think the second one is Gary always trying to kiss up on Tanner. But I think that, yeah, it's just something funny. But I think that still at the end of the day, it was just something that, like, you just have to just know, it's just one of those things. But at the end of the day, I think that those are the two. Because Gary Squares, he's the elderly white woman. It's just an overall good show. No, but I'm laughing when what is it, maybe Tanner too. Because y'all know I love Tanner. No, when Hancock talks about, I don't know, but that's the thing. I don't know if is it SZA, Summer Walker, one of them, whichever one, probably both of them. I don't know. But when they say what they say, but it's just jokes. But that's the thing, you have to just know the show to know that. But anyway, to go back to it, My main two is Brat, trying to stand up for herself because Gary be bothering her, and then two, how Tanner had to defend himself against Gary because Gary he loved to bother Tanner like all the time. But anyway, on that note, bye. Thank you guys for watching. Love y'all.